What is good, YouTube? This is, of course, ExactoKnife. I'm in the building. Let's get into the video. Drop a like if you enjoy the content. Thank you for the love. This is, as always, not only just a tier list of badges, but also me just explaining to y'all, generally speaking, what type of play style these badges are for, what type of builds they're for, where they should be used, and sometimes I'll even tell you what tiers are going to be better than others. So it's not just ranking badges and not telling y'all anything. I give you a lot of info about the game, which is why these videos that I post do so well. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. And let's get into the video. All right, so playmaking badges. First things first, we got ankle breaker. This is being made in the middle of October. So far, there's been no ankle breaker boost, no fucking patches for this, and thank God. Please keep this the same. Ankle breaker, if you like this badge, if you're the type of player that uses playmaking boosts, if you really go for a lot of snatchbacks and stuff like that, you'll get some every now and then, and those stuns are annoying as a defender. And ankle braces barely does anything to prevent ankle breaker, ironically. But it's got in the C tier just due to how low the frequency of it is. I've seen it used on all tiers. It doesn't really have much of an effect on any tier in terms of like helping you win games on the average. It'll give you a funny animation every now and then, and it'll stun the player. But I feel like there's two other badges that do a better job of that slightly. You know what I'm saying? Up next, we got Bailout. Bailout is a badge that works for ISO, works for screens, works for every play style, and works on a very low tier as long as your passing is decent. You know what I'm saying? If your passing is over 70, you can get away with bronze and silver. Obviously, use it. I wouldn't say it's as good as it was in 2K20, but it's close to that. It's way better than it was in 2K21 on both the gens. I'm putting it in A tier just due to how aggressive defenders are in this game, the closeouts, the speed on defense, and the speed on offense, and how fast-paced the gameplay is. Bailout will definitely help you out in a lot of situations. All right, up next, we got Break Starter. Now, if you're playing competitive Pro-Am or Rec, this badge can help you, and it can really give people good catches, although I think Glue Hands is a little bit more responsible for that in the Break Starter. In my personal experience, my big man has a 50 passing rating with bronze bullet passer. I have yet to throw a bad outlet pass. I've yet to throw a pass out of bounds in about half 100, about 50 to 60 Rec games. And about 500 park games. I've yet to have a fast break not run appropriately, you know what I'm saying, with those ratings. So for that reason right there, I'm gonna put it in the D tier. Obviously, if you have this badge high, if you have the right player for it with a very high passing on a center, the players will catch it seamlessly and go into their shots, catch it on the dot and make a move, you know what I'm saying, take it to the basket after catching it very easily. But for most applications and intents and purposes, this badge is not the most useful badge you're gonna want. Up next, Bullet Passer. Y'all know where this one is going. It's going in the S tier. It's good on every tier. It gives you gradual percentage increases. Obviously, the higher you're passing, the higher you can have this on. No guard should have under a silver bullet passer, which I think is a 70 passing accuracy. No guard or no player on the court in general should have under that. For most guards, I would not recommend going under gold bullet passer. If you play anybody good, they're going to be baiting. They're going to be rotating. This badge is going to greatly help you move the basketball into the corner, into the hash, on the roll, you know what I'm saying, any type of, to reset your guard as the big man, to reset your guard as the lockdown, no matter what your position is. This badge is helping out every single position. It's a very important badge. Up next, we got Dimer. Now, shooting is very good, so a lot of people would think this is a low tier badge, but full bars still happen, gathers still happen, so every boost you get to shooting is a good boost. Nobody shoots 100% from 3. I've only seen one person shoot over 90, only a couple of people shoot over 80, so shooting might be easy, but people still miss a lot. Dimer's going into the B tier, you know what I'm saying, along with its... Actually, let's do a 2-for-1 special right here. Floor General is also going to be going next to Dimer. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think these two badges are trash. Floor General, especially in like 5v5 or at least 3v3. The badge, I mean, you might think a +3, +2, +4 boost is not that significant in terms of how much it boosts your player's abilities, but a little bit of a boost just with ball control, with speed with ball. Say somebody has a 90 speed with ball, they get a little bit of a boost. That's already a huge difference, you know what I'm saying? Same with Dimer. It might not be the craziest difference, but if it's a difference between a full bar missing for game and a full bar going in, that's a difference that I think, especially if you're a guard, a lot of guards have like, what, 40 playmaking on this game just because they upgrade everything in that category. You might as well throw it on at least on something. That's just how I feel, especially if you're ISOing, you need your teammates hitting your shots. Up next, we got Downhill. So the way this badge works is no longer only on the fast breaks. It works literally anytime you're bringing the ball down the court. Now, if you're a rim runner, it could help you in certain situations. I don't really see a whole ton of applications where this badge is absolutely necessary and absolutely like game breaking, you know what I'm saying, crazy. So I'm gonna put it in the C tier. It does its job well. If you're a lock that gets a steal, you're gonna zoom down the court. If you got bulk speed with ball, if you're a guard running down the court, you're definitely gonna be able to move with the basketball down the court and accelerate into the painted area or into like a hash peak or something like that, where you like, you know what I'm saying, you run to the hash up the court and you beat the defender who's up top, you know what I'm saying. Then you can either draw the corner out or get an assist. Otherwise, it's middle of the pack. It does its job, but I would not run this badge for most playstyles. Glue hands. This badge is borderline S tier because you don't need it as high on the high tiers and it works good on lower tiers. I'm putting in the A tier. Everyone should have this at least on bronze, in the corner, everywhere, as a big, as a center, whatever. You know what I'm saying, bro? As a post scorer, as a shooter, as a guard on the reset, you need this badge at least on, I think silver is a great sweet spot for it. A lot of people say gold is the best like results, you know what I'm saying, that Hall of Fame is kind of like redundant, but I'd say run it on silver or bronze on every build. Just helps you get better catches, less gathers, lets you attack the basket right after catching the ball, lets you make a move right after catching the ball. Definitely a phenomenal badge. Up next, handles for days. It is going into the S tier. Even though a lot of people use it on a lower tier for the little step backs and shit that they do. If you're an actual guard, this game is defined by 5'9s, by 6'2s. ISOing and pick and rolling and pick and popping. The more stamina you have, the longer you're allowed to dribble, the less your stats are going to drop as your stamina decreases, and the more you're going to be able to get open and get yourself a consistent high quality shot. You know what I'm saying? That's the key, is preserving your stamina this year. Stamina can make you miss dunks, it can make you get gathers on threes, it gives you broken back animations. Stamina is very, very important this year, so definitely make sure you have this badge as high as it goes if you're a guard that handles the basketball. You know what I'm saying? These are playmaking badges, so that's who these badges are mostly for. This badge, I wish there was a tier between A and S. This badge works in conjunction with another badge that we have coming up. You know what I'm saying? I've spoken to some of the top guards I know on the game. They say that this badge is phenomenal, not only for rim running, but for any guard that likes to dribble. And out of a lot of size ups, this is the badge that allows you to just zoom, you know what I'm saying, run really fast after you make the move and you actually combo up. This is what allows you to make the move and actually run and either attack the basket or attack the three and get away from your defender. You know what I'm saying? This badge is one of the most pivotal badges when it comes to NBA 2K22. Definitely have this on if you are a point guard. Up next, we got Needle Threader. If you're playing Pro-Am, I'd definitely say run this badge because, I mean, it'll work, but passing lanes are so OP. I think Needle Threader ain't saving them this year. If you throw a bad pass, that shit is gone. You know what I'm saying, bro? The steals are probably some of the best lanes that I've ever seen in any 2K, you know what I'm saying, at least compared to the past couple years. And it's going in the C tier, man. It'll work good in 5v5 if you really like this badge. It does feel like it used to do what Bullet Passer does, which is speed up your passes just a little bit, but nowadays Bullet Passer is a whole separate badge. So Needle Threader, if you have a lot of playmaking badges, sure, throw it on. If you play 5v5, throw it on for that little boost, you know what I'm saying, for that little prevention of the passing lanes. Sometimes it also hurt, like it lets people not, it makes people not be able to reach in the lane rarely, which is weird, but I don't know if that has anything to do with the badge or if that's just a placebo. But anyways, that's my experience with that. Now, post Playmaker, in terms of does this badge do what it's supposed to do? S tier. This badge does what it's supposed to. When you pass out of the post or when you get a rebound and you kick it out to the defender, it gives a boost. Now, on this game, with how easy it is to shoot, is that boost necessary at any point? No, it is not. So I'm putting it in the D tier. The badge works, but has no purpose in the game in terms of, for most people. If you're playing with decent above average players, they will not be missing wide open catch and shoot shots in general. You know what I'm saying? If you're a big man with passing, just put on Dimer. I feel like Dimer will do a lot more to assist your teammates than post Playmaker. I'd say one tier of Dimer is equal to half a tier of post Playmaker in my experience. So silver post Playmaker is equal to bronze Dimer. Hall of Fame Dimer is equal to like 2 Hall of Fame post Playmaker effects. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. Up next, we got Quick Chain. One of the most defining badges. This is these 2K17 speed boosts that these 5'9s and these guards are getting. This badge works in tandem with Hyperdrive. Phenomenal badge. If you're any type of dribbler, if you dribble at all, you gotta learn how to activate this badge by doing either a momentum through the legs, by doing the Trae Young, whatever couple moves you chain together to get the speed boost. That's what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? This badge is what's gonna make you able to speed boost and outrun any defender on the game if you make the correct move. This is what makes small guards very hard to defend. You have to learn to use this badge to be a great guard on this game, whether ISO or with screens, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're like a tall ass guard that just uses his strength and brute force to score. Quick first step, no explanation needed, helps you run faster after any move for any position. S tier, y'all already know this badge has been the best playmaking badge, you know what I'm saying, since it was rumored to be released back in 2K19 when 2K20 was dropping. Space Creator. Space Creator does its job, you know what I'm saying, not a lot. Some people do step backs, it works on snatchbacks also, and it feels like it gives stuns on a lot of moves. I'm putting it in the B tier. I feel like it does more of a job than Ankle Breaker when it comes to getting ankles. So if you're somebody that likes to stun players and either get a 3 or a rim run that way, Space Creator is definitely going to be your option over Ankle Breaker. And the same thing is going to go for tight handles. Tight handles is definitely going to be a better badge than Ankle Breaker. Some people would say it's A tier, but as a lock myself, as that being my main position I play as of late, I don't really see that happening super often, you know what I'm saying? I don't get stunned by tight handles as much. Even when I know guards are running, I don't see my guards stun people as much. But these two badges, if you have both of them, you will get stuns a couple times a game at least. You will snap somebody's ankle, you'll make somebody freeze, you'll make somebody run the other way, you'll make somebody slide, you'll make somebody unable to move. The badges work. Special delivery. This used to be flashy passer. Instead of boosting your takeover now, this badge suffers from the same thing as post playmaker because all it does is just boost your shot percentages. I've tested this badge. Does it work? Yes. This badge is incredibly effective at giving a massive boost to your teammates shooting. All you need is dimer, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Or floor or both. That's all the boost your teammate could ever even possibly wish for. You know what I'm saying? If you're playing with anyone above a room temperature IQ, like I always say. If you're throwing, like, flashy passes are a great way to pass because you can pass behind your back really fast, especially if you have a decent pass rating in bullet passer. Do you need a boost to your teammates' percentages if they're wide open? You don't, unfortunately. Like, running this badge, it doesn't make any sense for any playstyle. If you're a big resetting the guard with a behind the back pass, the guard has a 99.3 and 93 already. If you're a guard hitting your center, I don't know what time you would have an opportunity for a flashy pass, but I would not risk that for a slight boost in shooting. You know what I'm saying? Stop and go. The old head quintessential badge. It's going in the A tier, borderline S tier edition. This is what allows these annoying 5'9" and other short guards to go left, right, stop, wait for you to jump, run away. You know what I'm saying? This badge does a tremendous job at allowing you to get open, allowing you to change direction with your dribble moves. It definitely works this year. I can't say anything, bro. You know what I'm saying? The badge works. It's the old head. It used to be the old heads left, right with this badge. The left stick dribbling, you know what I'm saying? Comp guards move with this badge. It's a great badge to have on any player that handles the basketball. That's simply put. Triple threat Juke. They always got to troll us with that one badge. I don't believe any badge in the game is F tier, but the problem with this badge is if your ball control is that high already, you have quick first step. Quick first step on bronze is better than this badge on Hall of Fame. If you have vice versa, you know what I'm saying? Would you rather have quick first step on bronze or this on Hall of Fame? I'd rather have quick first step on bronze. At no point should you be running this badge unless you're trolling. If you're running this badge, anything above bronze, like, you know, people used to run pass fake maestro in 2K20 and 21 on bronze just to troll, you know what I'm saying? If you're running this badge at anything above bronze, I see that shit, you're off my list. Bye-bye. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm deleting you. I'll go through my friends list. I see that shit, you're gone. Simple. Triple threat Juke, it helps you move faster and do triple threats quicker. If you're that old, my brother, just might as well make a post score at that point. Next, Unpluckable. You know where it's going. People complain about getting ripped even after the patch of Unpluckable. That's called everybody having 99 steal in the Hall of Fame pickpocket. That's called basketball. Steals will happen. This ain't 2K21. You want to go play 2K21? The servers are still up. You be my guest, my brother. That's the worst 2K of all time. You have fun jerking off on that game. Me, Unpluckable works good on bronze, works good on silver, works good on gold, works good on Hall of Fame. If you're a guard that is ISOing, anything below gold is going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? If you're a guard that's doing any form of dribbling or scoring, gold or Hall of Fame is pretty much a requirement. If you're really crafty and you don't do a lot of moves and you only sometimes touch the basketball at the corner, silver will be okay. You know what I'm saying? Silver will be okay. but do it as high as your ball control allows, and that's usually the rule of thumb that I go with, you know what I'm saying? And this is going to be the tier list. Hopefully you learned something new today. Thank you everybody for the support. Drop a like if you made it to the end, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Sub up if you're new. Let's go, man.